Greetings, folks. Welcome to episode number 2 of Survival of Couter. Um, Man, I had a good day. Just one of those fucking days, It was so nice outside, and you remember when you were a kid and you were able to just drop drawers wherever you wanted, let that little thing go wild, get that hot summer breeze right across your balls. You'd have people chasing you. And then you just running, man. You're running as you run. As you run, your mid-body starts getting kind of funky feeling because it's slapping your belly. And then, bam! Around the corner, there's your mom grabbing you. No running in the Walmart naked! Can't do that, Couter! Or Uncle Larry fucking... I could outrun Uncle Larry when I was crawling, But he'd set up a fucking booby trap because he's such a miraculous man. He'd, envisioned the sight before it even happened. So there I am, running butt-ass naked, running out of fucking crispy chicken, just got it going, and then bam, a fucking fishing net falls over my head. And then I'm embarrassed at that point because, I'm butt naked stuck in a net. Those were the days, but, that's what I was thinking that today. I was at work, just beautiful weather. I'm out in the middle of the woods, and I love pissing outside. Peeing outside is one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I like peeing off of elevated surfaces the most. It's kind of this euphoric feeling you get listening to your pee hit the ground, rather than, like I said, everyone knows this, that I'm built like an oak tree, so, normally my pee only drops, I'd say about 3 feet, 4 feet, 3.5 feet. And that shit just gets mundane after a while, Get used to that same old noise. When you're peeing off of a fucking, 75-foot cliff and you don't hear your pee hit the ground for at least 15 seconds, man, that's the best feeling. But, yeah, so, I started having all these flashbacks of my childhood. I'd get naked everywhere. You couldn't keep clothes on me for the life of you. I was like Ray J at the club. And I was the littlest brother, so I'd do anything I could to gain a little extra speed in that quarter-mile run. Drop clothes, take off the shoes. And a lot of people don't know this because it's been corrected, but I used to walk on my tippy toes as a child. And I did that because it helped with my my overdrive, my last gear, dude. When you're on the tip of your toes, you're a little further off the ground. Every step you take, you just go further and further. But that was a bad habit that was actually transformed into a permanent issue. And they put me in 2 casts as a child with my feet inverted upwards. So say that's my leg, and my foot was naturally like this, that little tippy toe. They put it like that and cast for 2 months. And oh man, that was tough. Imagine doing a calf stretch for 2 months. And then, I show up to school with 2 fucking casts on. Everyone's like, what's Gimpy over there doing? What's Forrest Gump up to nowadays? And I lied to everyone. I said, I just tried what Daniel was doing. I jumped off a balcony. It's a 150-foot balcony. I just jumped off and I landed on both legs and they broke. And then I started getting street cred around the school, I rocked 1 red cast. I rocked 1 blue cast just in case if I ever went down the mountain to the ghetto. No one ever thought that I was picking a side. And those were the days. What was I talking about? Well, anyway, so while we're here today, we're going to do some phone calls. And let me just start it off, Everything I've been doing has been unprepared, so we're going to call Taco Bell. Let's see what they have to say. User busy. I'd expect more out of you, Taco Bell. Let's see what's going on at this Taco Bell.
Announcement 8, 3, 2, 1. All circuits are busy.
Fuck, who's calling Taco Bell at 8:05 on a Wednesday? Shit, dude. I may have to switch states. How's it going? I was over there Sunday. I went through the drive-thru and I got a cheesy gordita for my son and a couple quesarito burritos for myself. Lo and behold, we get back to the homestead and there ain't no quesarito for my son. So I was calling to see what kind of stipulations we could take about this issue because, man, he's been pissed off since Sunday. And I can't take this little bastard anymore. He's been screaming and crying. And I was wondering maybe if I swung by right now, I could pick him up a quesarito for him.
Your receipt?
Yeah, I got the receipt, but it ain't on there.
Because I need the receipt to be able to redo it.
May I speak to the manager?
I am the manager.
Well, I'm gonna let you know the person I was speaking to when I began this phone call. He ain't very helpful, so I hope you could help me out.
Do you have the receipt?
Yeah, I got the receipt.
Because I need the receipt to be able to redo it.
Yeah, man, the receipt says take a survey.
Okay. But so it does have it on there, though.
What, the survey?
No, the items.
Well, I'll look at it, but lo and behold, the point is the principles, and the principles are, I got this jacked up, pissed off 2-year-old who's been screaming at me since Sunday, and it's Wednesday afternoon, 8:10 p.m. And I can't take it anymore, brother. Man.
Because I understand that it's Wednesday, so that's why I was asking if you had the receipt, because you didn't call on Sunday.
Well, on Sunday, I don't use my phone. And when it come Monday, I normally ain't on my phone either. And then yesterday I was so damn busy. My boy over there, Christopher, he's about up to his ears in tears because he ain't had his quesarito on Sunday. And I gave him all the fixings we got in the pantry. I gave him wheat thins. We had some white rice left over. I gave him all the fixings. He's fed, but he wants a quesarito. And I said, look, Christopher, there ain't nothing we could do about it till we go back to Taco Bell. And he's demanding it now. I ain't know if I should, get him a little can of whoop ass from the pantry, or I should just tell him straightforward that mistakes happen, This is life. Some people are so busy that they may make an honest mistake, and at the end of the day, you're not the entitled one to go back over there and start screaming and crying at them. I love Taco Bell, and I ain't never not gonna love Taco Bell, and at the end of the day, I just want y'all to understand what I gotta go through.
I understand, and I will make it right if you come through with the receipt.
Well, what if the receipt ain't right? I ain't fixing to lie to you, sir.
I understand. But I have that receipt so I can redo it for you.
Shoot. Well, let me kick it around some and see if it's even worth it, because I think this little bastard of mine ain't gonna get Taco Bell for the next 2 days or something. That'll be his discipline, alright? I said, let me kick it around some because at this point, man, I ain't know what to do with this kid, and if it's no Taco Bell for another 2 days, then that's what he's gonna get. But I'll make it a point to talk to you when I come through, just so, you know, I don't feel like this phone call is very positive for you, and I apologize about that, but, you know, I ain't talked to nobody but my son, and he ain't got nothing to say, so, and I got a lot on my chest lately, brother, and I don't mean to be a hinder on you, or your fine employees at your establishment. I know we're all going through a lot nowadays, and, I want to make it right to you, you know?
Alright, like I said, if you come on through with the receipt, I will remake it for you.
Alright, I got that. Texas size 10-4. I appreciate it. What's your name?
Chris.
Thank you, Christopher. Man, that's my son's name. Let me ask you something real quick, Christopher. As a child, were you obsessed with Taco Bell like my Christopher? Because, man, this boy, I don't know if I started an addiction at a young age.
I don't know, sir.
Alright, well, like I said, let me kick it around, Christopher, some, and maybe I'll just tell this boy over here just to, you know, relax. He's got to learn sometime. Take him to Del Taco if he wants to be a prick.
So if you come on through, just ask for me, and I'll be glad to help you.
Alright, buddy. You have a blessed day now, and stay safe out there.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Alright. Shout out to Christopher from Taco Bell. As you could imagine, I don't have a son named Christopher, and I didn't go there Sunday. So that guy was a real trooper. Let's see. We're gonna call the AutoZone down in my hometown because they're open till midnight. I know that for a fact. I wonder if AutoZones are even open right now. That's a good point. That is a good point, Cooper. Let's see. You gotta go. Okay, so if anyone's ever trying to do this at home, just don't, you know? You have to finesse and you gotta massage. And then you have to throw it in their face, take it back, finesse and massage again. And, you know, it takes a lot of practice. If you want to prank call me, go ahead. You know, I'll play your game. I don't care. But, you know, there's people out there that might care, and I wouldn't recommend just shooting your shot at a random employee. Let's call this Denny's. And if they don't answer, man, this is going to be one shitty podcast. I really hope they do.
Denny's in Comfort, speaking. How may I help you?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
I'm about 35 minutes away, and I'm on the 50. And I was calling to see if you could make me a to-go order.
Yeah.
Okay. It saves a lot of time when you call ahead, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned that from years of experience. But I'm looking to get the chicken fried steak.
Do you want the dinner or the breakfast?
No, chicken fried steak.
Right. There's one that comes with dinner sides, or there's a breakfast that comes with eggs.
It's okay. I don't want breakfast or dinner. I just want the chicken fried steaks.
Okay, just by itself?
No, I want the mashed potatoes with the gravy and whatnot.
Okay, so the dinner.
No. It's just the chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Right. So, you want
want me to do it as side orders?
No, I don't want any side orders either. Just the chicken fried steak.
Right, and in order to have mashed potatoes with it, I would either need to do dinner or do side orders.
I could barely hear you. Can you speak a little louder? Hello? Chingo tu madre. See, you know, you'll get people like that. And I feel for these people, because I hate having my time wasted. But at the same time, you know, live a little. People prank call me and I fucking love it, dude. I get this feeling inside where I'm like, they're having fun, I'm having fun. I might just crash into a parking structure right now, or hit one of the center embankments while I'm driving my vehicle. Because it always happens when you're driving, when I get prank called, you know, cruising down the road, listen to Leonard Skinner on the tape deck, have that bitch cranked, you know, notch 40. And then I get a phone call. And here's another tip for you novices out there. You may be scared to get your toes wet, you know, and not call with the blocked number. But if you do that, dude, you're giving away your position. You think the Nazis in Germany would fucking, you know, wear a high-vis shirt out to battle because they're scared they'd get shot? No. You gotta live a little, dude. Do it. Just fucking do it. Alright. We will call a Denny's in Idaho. Fuck Idaho. Alabama. If they have Denny's in Alabama. Scratch that. I have to take a piss outside off of an elevated surface. Lo and behold, to my knowledge, they do not have Denny's in Alabama. Joining me now is the co-producer and host, Gary. And he's showing his colors today. He wants everyone to realize that we live in a great country. Thank you for joining us, Gary. It's a blessing and an honor. So we are calling a Denny's in the nicest people I've ever met. Probably Utah, dude. So we're gonna call it Denny's in Utah. This is a Denny's in Nephi, Utah.
Thank you for calling Denny's. We're open every day of the year. Order anytime at Denny's.com.
Even Christmas?
Place it to go order by phone. For pickup, please press 1. To speak...
Denny's in East Side Danny.
Hi, buddy. I'm driving currently, but I was calling to see if I could do to-go order.
Yeah. What's that? What can I get for you?
It's the, I get it every time, but I'm trying to remember the name right now. It's a breaded chicken steak. Breaded chicken steak with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, the chicken tenders?
No, no chicken. That's not it. No.
Chicken strips?
No, it's... Oh, chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak?
Yes.
With mashed potatoes and gravy?
Maybe that's not it. It's country fried steak. It's country fried steak.
Right. French fried steak?
No.
And you want to mash those with gravy?
No, that's not it. It's... Let me call you back, okay?
Okay.
Alright, goodbye. Love you. See, sometimes you run out of steam. That's alright, you know? If you're gonna have a bad attitude this whole podcast, dude, leave. Go and get. sometimes you're gonna have a little issue when you're doing the pranks calls. You may stumble upon a word. You may not remember what you're gonna say. Because I'm bad at that, dude. I have the memory of a goldfish. Someone will introduce me to themselves. Literally 3 seconds later, I don't remember their name. And then I just call them guy, buddy, bud, buddy. That's my go-to is thanks, buddy, or brother. Brother. If it's a female, brethren. If it is a senior citizen, I call them CS. And a lot of people think that I'm saying yes, yes with Spanish and English just in case they're bilingual, but no. I say CS, which stands for senior citizen. Okay. Man, this is going to be a horrible podcast. I have to call a fucking AutoZone. You know, a lot of things tell me not to do this. Like, what if people don't like it? I'm the biggest self-critic. What if, people are like, man, this guy's not a contender in life. And I'm kind of, self-conscious in that aspect. But then you get to the point where you just kind of, stomp your foot and you say, I'm doing it! And that's the point I'm at. And if anyone's questioning my attire today, this is a Carhartt button-up shirt. This is a medallion given to me by my grandfather, who recently passed away. Rest in peace, Don. Papa, great man, from Kentucky himself. He gave me this, so I thought I'd wear it. I like it. I'd enjoy if CJ wasn't burping in the film, but it is what it is, dude. He's got a mind of his own. I can't hold him down, because sometimes he probably feels the same way as I do. He just stomps his 4 legs, his 4 little furry fucking paws. He says, fuck it, dude, I'm doing it. I'm gonna walk in front of the fucking camera 3 times in a row. I have a really ghetto setup. You're looking at me from a GoPro mounted on a phone car mount that suction cups to your front windshield, but I don't have a windshield to put in here, so I have a mirror laying on a love seat similar to this one right in front of me. And, I'm working it. So, I'm probably going to have to invest in better equipment if this takes flight. Now, next call. Let's just do Walmart. Let's do another Walmart. No. I got one better for you guys. Nothing like a mosey.
Thank you for calling the Motel 6 in Cameron Park. If you know the 3-digit extension of the guest you want, please dial. Your call is being transferred.
Thank you.
Your call is being transferred.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling Motel 6 Campus. How can I assist you?
Hi, I was calling to see about your room availabilities.
No, sorry, we are closed.
You're just closed?
That's right.
For how long? Hello?
Sorry?
For how long?
Don't make any further notice.
Until who?
Sorry?
Until who?
Hello?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm actually, I've been tent camping over in your neighbor's parking lot.
Okay.
So I was just seeing if I could upgrade, maybe get a room.
Maybe in May.
Maybe in May?
Yeah.
When's that?
April.
When is that?
May.
May who? What? Why? Who?
I don't have any dates yet.
Oh. Well, I'm actually in a relationship, so if, that fails, we could have a date. But, back to the point. What's the cost per room per night?
I told you we are closed.
Oh. Mr. Sassy Pants, may I speak to your manager then?
Sorry?
Let me speak to the manager then.
I am the manager.
Oh, well, the gentleman I was talking to before you... Sorry about that, folks. The GoPro died. But, we ended off the conversation on a good note. I apologized. I told him I'd call back tomorrow to see if the room availability changed. And he was cool with it. And I'm cool with it, so... here we are. I'm not really in the mood to prank call today. I thought it was a good idea, but I'm falling short. We'll give it one last try. We will call a Target. Man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. I'll call Walmart. No. Let's see if there's anything on Craigslist, eh? So these are always a little bit more difficult.
Hello?
I was calling about your Craigslist ad.
Which one?
There's a water heater for sale.
Well, it's free, but yes.
Alright. Now, how many BTUs is it?
How many what?
BTUs is it?
I don't know. It doesn't work. That's why it's free. It's old, so it's just free if somebody wants to pick it up for the metal or if they want to try to repair it.
Well, if it don't work, then why are you selling it?
I'm not selling it. It's free.
3 what?
So people can pick it.
300?
No, it's free as in zero.
Oh, you want $0?
Yes.
Well, that's a hell of a
It's
deal.
free. Absolutely. So you just have to come pick it up.
And the brand is a More Flow?
It's whatever it is in the picture.
Yeah, it says MOR-FLO. I don't know the proper pronunciation of that. Maybe it's More Flow, or maybe it's MOR Flow. But
That'd
here,
be my guess.
let me kick it around a bit, Pooter, and let me ask you one last question. How much does it weigh?
I don't know. I mean, you could probably move it easily with like 2 people.
Oh, well, I'm a native water hater. I've been living out here in the sticks for quite some time, and I'm tired of I ain't got no hot water. I was thinking maybe fixing her up maybe some, but here's the problem is I ain't got no vehicle, so I'm out here near Lake Tahoe, and I'd be commuting to you on foot. How far are you from Lake Tahoe?
About 150 miles.
Shoot. Well,
It's in Sacramento, so
that'd take me about
up.
that'd take me about two or 3 weeks to get there.
Yep, so that wouldn't work.
Well, possibly it could. I still got faith in me, but man, that's almost too dang good to pass up. Even if I can't get it working, then I've got all that material to make something else with. Maybe like a ceiling fan, or maybe even
Exactly.
yeah.
So,
Well, you think that maybe you could pick me up from Tahoe and I'll walk it back?
no, you have to arrange transportation yourself.
All right. Well, I got some goods I might be able to interest you in bartering.
I can't drive that far, so if you can arrange transportation, just feel free to text me back.
All right. Well, the talk of the town lately is that you could buy yourself an Uber, but I ain't know how that works. So Let me go. Like I said, Pooter, let me just kick her around, and I'll give you a call if I get them arrangements made.
Okay.
All right, Texas House 10-4 over. Talk to you later now. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
What a nice dude. Yes, you guys can see that. Woo. Here's what I learned. Sacramento, you either have the urban gentleman and they're real sassy. They'll freaking snap like that, dude. They'll claw your eyes out. And we're talking about males when I'm speaking in this manner of being just. You get those no, or they'll just hang up, or you get the freaking, they grew up in rural, moved to urban, and they're split right in the middle. That gentleman probably grew up on a walnut ranch, busting his ass 12 hours a day for his paw. I didn't ask his name, but let's just imagine his name sounds like it could be Alex, or he might even go by Alexander. Alexander, get out over there by that tree down there marked with the X on it that's in pink, and I want you to look at it and tell me how much it grows in the next 15 minutes. And he's been doing that on repeat, dude, for 15 years. Well, Pa ain't say move much. Well, that mean we ain't making money if that tree ain't moving. And, he's put up with some shit, so what I just served him, you guys have to just look at it how I look at it. What I just served him was 1% of the life sentence he served by his father. And if you look at it in that way, it all makes sense.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
They think they could play games. Oh, I have to piss like an old man, dude. I go pee every 5 minutes. Alright, I'm just calling this podcast to quits. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. There may be some real shitty slices and edits throughout this podcast, or I just may throw it out there raw. You know how all these kids nowadays are sticking their pecker in anything with no protection? They're just throwing it out there, hoping it finds something. Maybe a little crevasse, a little canal. That drippy mist fucking canal. That stanky tuna canyon. La Tuna Canyon. That's what I do with these podcasts. It goes from there, to here, to the internet. How it does it, I don't know. Someone's up there working their ass off for me, and I appreciate you. Alright guys, please, now that we're officially in business and I'm not scared anymore, like, subscribe, comment, ask me questions. I'm going to set up a phone. I got myself my burner phone just in case shit starts getting sideways for me. I could do extracurricular activities on the side. I'll throw that phone number maybe in the next video. You guys call, leave a voicemail. I fucking pick it up. Tell me your name, where you're from, what you're calling about. Ask me a questions. We'll start doing topics. We're gonna make something out of this. This garb, I'll throw that in the bio. This is Care Hair. These are Levi's, and this is silver horn medallion. All right, love you all.